Previously on Peggy Lu Who Reads.
And so I have a ton of books that I've gotten that are new books this year that I can't find a place for on my shelf. More piles of shame. Alright, so that's 15. 15. So we got the other 20.
We're making good progress here. I'm just jamming through these. Okay. Let's see, where else are we? Okay. This I haven't read yet. This I read and loved. I'm going to keep it. Wuthering Heights I'm going to keep. This I haven't read yet. I'm pretty sure this came from that subscription box. That used book subscription box. Focus. Let's see. Michael Chabon. Keeping that. Curse of Being a Wallflower. Keeping that. I went through a whole Tracy Chevalier phase. Girl with the Pearl Earring. I think I've read most of these, except for I don't think I read Falling Angels yet. So, but I'm gonna keep those. I like those books. Okay, coming down here. Piranesi by Susanna Clark, who wrote Jonathan Strange and Mr. Duress, which I loved. Keep that. This is definitely one of the ones that came out of that box, that subscription box thing. And I started this, but I haven't finished it. I'm going to. Hidden World by Stanton A. Coblentz. Has anybody heard of this author? This apparently was priced at just. Can we focus? So that says 95 cents there. That's hilarious. Again, another one of my Arthur and Legend nerd days. Okay, so Clive Cussler, these definitely came out of that subscription, and I have no idea, but I don't know. I'm keeping them. I guess I haven't had them, but we'll see what happens. Okay, this is another one that probably came out of that. Valentina, Soul in Sapphire. Okay, so I'll keep that. Juanita Diamant, The Red Tent. I've read this. Like, I liked it. I'll keep it. I might read it again. The Lover by Marguerite Duress. I got this for a class. I read it for a class. It's like highly marked up and annotated. I'll probably keep that. The Brothers Karamazov. This came from my mother's book collection. I swiped some books because she was downsizing, and she unhauled almost every book she owns. And I swiped this one because I haven't read it, so I'm keeping it. Hamilton and Peggy. This is like a YA historical novel that looks at the friendship between Alexander Hamilton and his sister-in-law Peggy Schuyler. Somebody bought this for me for obvious reasons. It was okay. It was a gift, so I'm going to keep it. Let's see. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Keep it. This book, Cleopatra, this is like historical fiction that I read a million years ago. There's supposed to be a second novel. It's supposed to be a series, but I never actually found the second novel anywhere because I don't think that this novel did so well. So I'm going to undo this one here. That's 17. We're up to 17 books, friends, that I am getting rid of. Okay, so Madame Bovary by Flaubert. I have started this book before but never finished it. I was reading it for a class, and we really only had to read the first half for the class, and then there were other readings we had to do, so I didn't finish it. Memoirs of Geisha. I read this a million years ago. I liked it at the time. It's like one of those ones where you look back on it and cringe, because it's like, yeah. I'm gonna add this to the pile. Okay, so here we have my Philippa Gregory collection, which is not very big because I had more of these at one point, but I got rid of a lot of them. The Other Boleyn Girl, The Other Queen. I'm gonna keep these. I like her stuff. Let's see, Water for Elephants. This is like, you know, one of those books everybody was reading, and then they turned it into a movie with that like Team Edward guy. I think was in it. Okay, I probably won't read it again. Let's go ahead and get rid of it. So far, I've gotten 10 books off of this shelf. So here we have Scarlet Letter. I feel super attached to like classics. I just have to hold on to them. Here's a couple Alice Hoffman books. I haven't read these. I guess I'm gonna keep them. Hey, here's another Arthurian legend thing that I haven't read. King and Raven. Yes, I'm gonna keep that. Alright, moving along. Okay. So here we have some books on Buddhism. I'm not gonna get rid of those. Unafraid of the Dark, a memoir. I haven't read this. I'm gonna keep it. I might read it. Honeybees, Letters from the Hive. It's a book all about honeybees. I'm probably gonna read that. The Baby Boom. The Baby Boon. I read this at a certain point. I thought it had some points, but I'm probably not gonna read it again. Now that I'm older and wiser, I don't think I necessarily agree with that. Running with Scissors by Augustine Burrows. Yeah, I read this and was amused by it, but I'm probably not gonna read it again. How the Irish Saved Civilization. I think my dad gave me this. We're gonna keep that, Adnan story. This is the story of Adnan Saeed from Serial podcast and Undisclosed podcast. It was written by Rabia Chaudhry. She's amazing. I'm keeping it, obviously. God and Sex, What the Bible Really Says. I'm gonna keep it. Chasing Justice by Carrie Max Cook, who was wrongfully convicted of a crime he did not commit. I'm gonna keep it. This is a really important book that I need to own. How to Be Successful Without Hurting Men's Feelings. The Gift of Fear. I think this was loaned to me, actually. Yeah. But I don't have mixed feelings about it, but I'm going to keep it, especially since I think it was loaned to me. I don't know. If you're out there and you're the one that loaned me that book, let me know. Will My Cat Eat My Eyeballs by Caitlin Doty. This book is awesome. I'm keeping it. Susan Falidi, Backlash, Classic Feminism, book about misogyny and shit. I'm keeping that. Secret Stairs of the East Bay. Hell yeah, I'm keeping that. Feminine Mystique, keeping that. Rendezvous with Destiny, a history book. I think some of these nonfiction even came from that subscription box that I was getting. I'm keeping that. Hypocrite in a White Poofy Dress. Tales are Growing Up Groovy and Clueless. This was an amusing book I read once upon a time, but I don't think I'll read it again, so add that to the pile. Dave Gorman, America Unchained. I started this book and didn't finish it, but I was enjoying it when I was reading it, so I'm gonna keep it. China Bible by Jen Gunter. I haven't read this whole thing yet, so I'm keeping it. Gospel of the Flying Spaghetti Monster. Obviously, can't get rid of the Word of God. Furious Cool. Which is a biography about Richard Pryor, keeping that. Jonathan Loved David, which is another book about the Bible, keeping that. Green Lantern and Philosophy, yep, keeping that. Bitch Fest, yep, keeping that. How to Be Anti-Racist. I read this, I had thoughts, but I don't know. I'm gonna put that in the pile. A Girl Named Zippy. I've had this book for a while. Never read it. doesn't really seem all that interesting. I'm gonna get rid of it. Green Suede Shoes is a memoir by Larry Kirwan, which is great. Sex, Drugs, and Cocoa Puffs, and 4 by Chuck Klosterman. I'm gonna keep those. Let's see. Cool book about the history and the history of Wonder Woman and her creators. Here's the Eric Larson, Splendid and Vile. Keeping that. Her cover. Thunderstruck by Eric Larson, keeping that. Moneyball by Michael Lewis, keeping that. Here's a book about like the author Edgar Rice Burrows, who wrote the Tarzan stories. I'm gonna keep that. Blow Up by Rachel Maddow, haven't read that yet, but I'm keeping it. The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, I'm keeping. The Two-Tone Story, this is a ska book, I'm keeping that. It was a gift as well. The town I grew up in. Whatever. Danny Boy, Malaki McCourt, and Monk Swimming by Malaki McCourt. I don't know. They'll make the cut this time. Bring Down the House. The Inside Story of 6 MIT students who took Vegas for millions. Yeah, I don't care. Jaywalking with the Irish. Okay. The Fecking Book of Everything Irish. Okay. So you might be wondering why I have all these Irish books. My family's actually, funny enough, not Irish, but Scottish. But that's a story for another day. Gloria Nortaro. I Love Everybody and Other Atrocious Lies. I've got 2 of these books. It's funny, she's assuming the same position, but one she's under the table. We thought you'd be prettier. I think that I thought that these were funny when I was younger, but I don't think I need them anymore. There's 2 more. Yay, Barack Obama. Michelle Obama. Experience about these. Yes, Dickens, Dolly, and Others by George Orwell. I have not read this, but like it sounds cool, and someday I'll get around to it. Yeah. How to Stop Feeling Like Shit. I need this book. How Music Works. This was a gift. I haven't read it yet. I'm going to at some point. Leah Remini. Troublemaker. This is a great book. I love this book. Keeping it. Love Hurts. Buddhist Advice for the Heartbroken. My family was Buddhist, or my dad was Buddhist, so there you go. The Code, Baseball Secret, and Unwritten Rules. This was definitely given to me by my father, and I am not getting rid of it. From Satori to Silicon Valley. This was a book I got when I was in college. It was assigned for a class. I'm keeping it, I think. Fast Food Nation. Yeah, I've read this, but I'm keeping it. Naked by David Sedaris. Funny story, when my grandfather was, really ill and towards the end of his life, he was mostly blind, but somehow managed to read the title of this from across the room when I was reading it at his house. Gonna keep it. Rebecca Solnit. The Fire Away Nearby. I like her stuff. I'm keeping this. Men Explain Things to Me. Yes, they do. Keeping it. The Women's Bible by Elizabeth Cady Stanton is a classic that I haven't read yet, but I'm keeping it. And Tiny Beautiful Things by Cheryl Strayed. This is the gal that wrote Wild. It's excerpts from the advice column that she wrote, Your Sugar. I'm keeping it. Walden. Yep, keeping it. We're Gonna Need More Wine by Gabrielle Union. I got her second book. It's on the table over there. Keeping it. Danny Wallace. I love Danny Wallace. None of his books are up for the cut. Shit Actually, which is by Lindy West.
funny columnist. Basically, her hilarious takes on some movies, including, you know, the titular Love Actually. I don't know. A Memoir of My Mother's Dementia with Refreshments, All Gone, by Alex Wishel. Okay, so I got this somewhere along the way, and I haven't read it, but it seems interesting, I guess. Slash depressing. And I Am Malala. I own this. I still haven't read it because I'm a jerk. Okay, so just from the library or the office shelf, I got all of these books that I can get rid of. So just from that one shelf, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 books, plus the 9 over there. That's actually 27. So technically, I only need to get rid of one more book. But I'm going to do that whole other shelf. And if I end up getting rid of more than just the 28 that I need, that's fine, because I'm probably going to end up with more books because, you know, book of the month or whatever, and, you know, etc., etc. So, yeah, it's a good start. Let's go on to the next room.